Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I have done a video. Between illnesses and being busy, it's just been a while since I've put up any videos, and I do apologize for that. But I do have some exciting things coming up. I'll have a couple of haul videos to show you guys here pretty soon, and I have a couple of journaling videos planned and stuff. So anyway, just be looking forward to that. And today's video is going to be my Hobonichi flip-through for the first part of January 2017. It's been a while since I did one of these, but I wanted to go ahead and start the year out right. So right now, I am using the Avec Cousin, the Cousin Avec. And the reason I chose the Avec for this particular Hobonichi venture is because with all the stickers and stuff that I put in this, it will bulk up majorly. My one for last year's did, and so I had just the whole year in the one book, but it really got bulky, so I thought if I split it up into the Avec, it might be a little easier to handle and to maneuver a little bit. So anyway, right now I am in the umbrella shop cover that I got from the archive store for last year. It is a beautiful zippered cover, and I have it unzipped right now because I didn't want to spend the time to unzip it on the video, but I will show you that the zipper is this lovely umbrella, and you guys have probably seen this in my Hobonichi haul that I did late last year in 2016. So this is one of the covers that I got, and of course this is from the archive store for last year. So anyway, let me just go ahead and show you what I have done with this. Now in the front here, I just have some things that I printed off on sticker paper and full sheet labels and stuff that I'm going to be using to put in here. So I just keep a lot of that stuff in this in this pocket right here. And then of course I've got the card still that came with the cover. And in this pocket over here is the pencil board for this year. I went ahead and just slipped it in there because it fit pretty well. And then back here I've got one of the A5 notebooks from the Hobonichi store. It's the Tomoe River paper. So I kept this in here in case I needed to write something down in there. So that's what I got in the cover pockets of this Hobonichi. Now, the monthly pages, I do tend to use those a little bit, and I've been just using this to kind of keep track of just some different things I have to do and things that I uploaded to YouTube and when I put up a blog post for one of my stories. And I need to finish filling this in because I do want to keep track of when I uploaded things and when I've posted new things to my stories. I have not figured out what I'm going to do with the weekly pages yet, so I don't really use those. It's pretty small. Each day the columns are really small, so I don't really know what I'm going to do with those right yet. Now, what I'm going to do from now on in the videos, because in my Hobonichi flip-throughs, I will constantly mention the stories that I write. I write on blogs. Well, I mean, I write fiction stories, but the ones that I have on blogs are stories that I use my Sims 3 game to illustrate. You guys have probably heard me talk about that. So what I'm going to do is in the videos from now on, I'll go ahead and provide links for my story blogs so that you guys can take a look at that if you're in the mood to read a story. And I hope you guys do, because I love it when I get readers for my story. But anyway, stories, because I have a few going. But anyway, enough about that. Let's go ahead and get into the flip through of this Hobonichi. Now, I don't have anything yet on the Remember This page, and what I normally tend to use that for is like just things I want to remember, or books I want to read, or movies I want to see, that kind of thing. But I don't have anything written here yet. The month isn't quite over, so I will just reflect on what I might want to put in there. All right, so on January 1st, which was on a Sunday, I uploaded my first adult coloring book video of the year, and that was The Sampler by Angie Grace. And then it was kind of an all-day project, but we made a big pot of ham and beans. We had a ham bone left over from our Christmas dinner from when we had some ham, and so we just took and boiled the crap out of that ham bone and added beans, of course. And as I said, that was an all-day project because that always takes a long time to cook, but it turned out really, really, really good. So, yeah. And while I was doing that, pretty much another all-day project, you guys have probably heard me mention that a lot of times on the Sci-Fi Channel, I don't know if they still do it, but they often will have a Twilight Zone marathon on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. But I don't watch it on there anymore because I own all of the uncut and original episodes, so I tend to just watch that either on my TV through the DVDs or on my iPad. So I had my own little Twilight Zone marathon. So I was watching episodes of that while we were cooking the ham and beans. So that was a pretty relaxing day. Then on January 2nd, which was a Monday, I ended up with a nasty headache. So I had to take some Advil. I mean, I was feeling pretty bad. So that wasn't really much fun. And then we had our first rehearsal of the new year, of our new season, so we just made a little trip to Mickey D's on the way there, because, you know, it's usually a late night. We don't get out of there till about 9 o'clock, and then it takes about a half an hour to get home, so we didn't want to eat that late, so we just grabbed something on the way to our rehearsal. And then, of course, we had the rehearsal that night, so... And I was saying here that it looks like we're getting some pretty good music this season. So I really like a lot of what we do. There's a couple of them that I'm not real crazy about, but most of them are pretty nice. So we're getting some really good music. So then on Tuesday, got some dog fur on the carpet here. Anyway, on Tuesday, I decided to... I'd been looking to start a bullet journal. I'd been doing a little bit of that in my Filofax, but I decided to just go ahead and dedicate one of my Leuchtturm 1917 books for the bullet journal. So I created the bullet journal, and then I went ahead and uploaded the video setup for that on that day. And then I was starting to feel kind of like really draggy, so I was listening to some old-time radio. This was a science fiction show called X-1. So I was enjoying some of those episodes, but then I ended up falling asleep, so it was kind of like lights out. I was laying on the bed and just kind of chilling out listening to that, but I conked, so X-1 kind of put me to sleep a little bit. Not that it wasn't a good show, because, you know, there's a lot of really good episodes in there, but I was just so darn tired. I was just so... Excuse me. I've been having a little tickle in my throat lately, but anyway, I was just so doggone tired that day, so I conked while I was listening to my old-time radio shows. So then on Wednesday, oh my gosh, I hurt my back like really bad, and I was just, it was goofy because like I was just relaxing on the bed, just watching some coloring book videos, and there's a real long one I was watching, but when I went to get up, I must have jarred something because I hurt my back really bad. And I've had this issue before where it just throbs just right across my tailbone area, and oh my gosh, it hurt really, really bad. So I was nursing that, and then again, down here, I was watching some YouTube videos, mainly about adult coloring books, and I had some wine, a glass of wine that night. So then on Thursday, again, some more YouTube videos, or I was watching some more YouTube, because I was trying to nurse my back a little bit because it was still hurting like really, really, really bad. Yeah. So, and then I was listening to some more X-1 when I got tired of watching some YouTube. And then I had another glass of wine with my dinner that night. And then just, my aching back, because my back was just killing me. And then if that wasn't enough, and I cannot draw to save my soul, you guys, so, I mean, this is really bad. This is super really, really, really bad. But I tried to draw myself just not feeling good. It says sore throat, because I started to get a scratchy throat. And, yeah. I started to get a scratchy throat, and, but as I said, I can't draw. In fact, I showed it to my husband and he started laughing. He says, man, that looks like an alien. And yeah, it kind of does. But in a way, it kind of looks sort of like how I was feeling that day. So in a way, it was very fitting. And then I did some editing, lots of editing. I had made a couple of journaling videos. I did my current journals that I was working in as of the beginning of 2017. And that took lots of editing because there were some things in there that I showed that I didn't want to show, and I didn't realize it when I was recording, so I had to really edit the crap out of it. So it took me a while to edit that video. But, yeah, between my sore throat and my back and all this, I still wasn't feeling real good at all. And then on Saturday, we have a local radio station that plays a version of, it's called Money Wheel, and they have a bunch of sponsors, like local sponsors and stuff, and when you're up to play, you have to pick which sponsor you think the wheel is going to land on, and then the DJ spins the wheel, and if it lands on the one that you pick, then you win whatever's in the jackpot, and if you don't, well, you don't. So anyway, I was the one that got through. You have to be a certain caller to get through. I played it before, but it's only been like the second time that I won it, and I won a whopping $6. And there was so I was real happy about that, but I still was not feeling well at all that day. In fact, the sore throat started to turn into just a really nasty cold, and I was getting a lot of congestion in the sinuses and just achy muscles and stuff. I just really wasn't feeling well at all that day. So I started to feel worse that day than I did the day before. And I sounded awful. I felt awful. And as the day went on, I felt even worse and worse and worse. So it was really bad. So I just lazed around in bed because I didn't feel much like doing anything. And so then I listened to another old-time radio program called Radio City Playhouse. And it has, it's just a bunch of, the episodes are just some drama plays. Like, it's a play, like, obviously Playhouse. So it was plays that were enacted on the radio station way back in the day, back in like the 40s and 50s and all that. So when I say old-time radio programs, I'm talking about stuff that was on the radio before TV even existed. And both my husband and I, we enjoy old-time radio shows. It's one of our hobbies. So anyway, the one that I was listening to, as I said, was called the Radio City Playhouse. And there's a lot of good episodes on that. A lot of them are dramas or mysteries kind of thing. So because I was feeling so miserable and just laying in bed, I just used that to pass some time. And then on this day, I pretty much had a sleepless night. Like, I didn't sleep a wink. I was just totally miserable. My sinuses were just so clogged up I could barely breathe. It was just horrible. So I hardly slept a wink that night. I think I finally dropped off around like 4 a.m. or something like that. So the next day, or, that morning, or, that day, I was just totally dead. So had that sleepless night and still feeling really sick. And then while I was having my little sleepless night, I decided to kill some time and started to listen to The Highlander's Touch by Karen Marie Moning. And I did this on audiobook, so I say listen because I have this through audible.com. And I love audiobooks. I tend to listen to audiobooks while I'm coloring or crocheting or whatever. So while I was just being miserable on the couch, I started to listen to this audiobook. Until I finally dropped off. So again, it was just another miserable day of just horribleness. And thank goodness it was a Sunday because I just did not feel well. And with that, I was supposed to have rehearsal that day, but I skipped because I was in no shape to even sing at all. So anyway, on Monday, again, it was, I had this bug for about a week. I was sick as a dog for about a week. I really was. So again, it was just another day of just trying to take it easy. And I watched, I you guys are going to laugh at me, and this is really cheesy, but I love the show Little House on the Prairie, and I got in the mood to watch that, so I was watching some episodes of that. Some of the later seasons, like where Laura was all grown up and teaching and stuff. So I was enjoying that, and then when I was getting to where I was falling asleep, and when I didn't want to watch anymore, then I continued on with the Radio City Playhouse. So that was Monday. And then Tuesday, again, just another day of taking it easy. So more Little House on the Prairie and so forth. And then Wednesday, it was a day of Michael Landon. Again, it was just, as I said, I mean, I was sick for about a week. I was so sick for about a week. And so, I mean, I hardly, stirred from my bed. I think I got up long enough to, go to the bathroom and do what I had to do. And then it was just back to bed because, my head hurt, my whole body ached, my back was still hurting. And it was just such a miserable feeling. It was just a nasty bug that we all got. And come to find out, or as it turned out, I ended up giving it to the rest of the family. So both the husband and daughter got sick with it. But yeah, it was horrible. So anyway, it was a day of Michael Landon. So I did some more Little House on the Prairie. Then when I wasn't in the mood to watch that anymore, then I switched over to Highway to Heaven. I love Highway to Heaven. And Michael Landon, he played Charles Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie and Jonathan Smith on Highway to Heaven. If you guys haven't watched Highway to Heaven, I highly recommend it. It's a really, really good, uplifting, very nice show. Okay, so then on this day, the 12th, which was Thursday, it was my birthday, but we really didn't have much going on that day because I was still feeling sick, and then my husband had ended up getting it, and then not only did he have that, but he had some kind of a stomach thing that he got too, so he was real miserable that day. So he stayed home from work, and it was just couch day for him, and then still pretty much back in the bedroom for me, and then I did get cheered up that day, so it was kind of a bummer day, but I did get cheered up a little bit because I did find out that the story I wrote for the December short story challenge, we have a short story challenge, monthly short story challenge on the Sims forum, and each month it has a different theme for the stories that we write. In December's, it was a gift, to celebrate the holidays and stuff. So the story I wrote was called My Most Precious Gift, and it actually got third place. It was the first time that one of my stories had actually placed, so I was really super happy about that. And it featured my character Lenora from My Story Forever in Time. Again, I will provide that link to that story in the description section so that you guys can take a look at that if you're looking for something to read. And so the story just pretty much talked about Lenora's growing up and her growing up years with her granda. Her granda is Liam. So I enjoyed writing that story. I really did. I really enjoyed writing that. And I was so happy that it placed. All right, so then on to Friday, another day of Highway to Heaven. I really got into binge watching some Highway to Heaven, really enjoyed that. And then I had found out that toddlers were being added to The Sims 4. When The Sims 4 was put out, it was the first game since the original Sims that we didn't get the toddler life stage, and a lot of people were really, really disappointed. I mean, in Sims 2 and Sims 3, we had toddlers, but, they left them out in Sims 4, and a lot of people were just really, really, really freaking pissed off, and I wasn't happy about it myself. But I was so happy that they finally listened to the fans, and they actually added toddlers to the game. So I didn't find out really about it until on Friday, even though they added it on Thursday. I was just kind of so out of things that I really hadn't checked the Sims website, but I'd found out about it on Friday, and I was so happy about it. So I had downloaded the new patch because it was actually a free update. They did that in a patch. You didn't have to buy an expansion pack to get that. So I was super, super stoked. Okay, so then on Saturday, I was super happy because my husband got me a birthday present, and it's this fountain pen. It's a premium edition Pelikan M800. Pelikan being a fountain pen brand, German fountain pen. And this one here is different because it has the blue stripes in it instead of just the regular green. So I had my little beady eye on this for probably about the last year or so, and my husband got that for me for my birthday, so I was really, really happy about that, you know, especially since my birthday that day really didn't turn out the greatest since everybody was stinking sick. But yeah, so I was very happy and very surprised about that. I really was. It was awesome. Also on that day, I got involved in a new Sims project. It's called the Pen Pal Project, and it was started by someone on the Sims forum who goes by Kathy T. And so it's a collaborative thing where, you know how pen pals, you know, they write letters back and forth to each other. Well, the Sims are doing this. So, like, we take one of our Sims, and then somebody else takes one of their Sims, and the Sims become pen pals. So, you're not really writing to each other like for real, like a real pen pal would, but the Sims themselves are being pen pals to somebody else's Sims. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I got involved in that, and I had put up Lenora's profile because she's one of the Sims that is participating in that, as well as her Granda, Liam. He's participating in that. So that's what happened on that day. And then on the 15th, which was a Sunday, I got the, try to move the Hobonichi so you guys can see everything. I got sent the banner for announcing the third place placement, the placement of third place for my story. So I could put that on my blog page or whatever. And I went ahead and just printed that out and put a copy of it in my Hobonichi because I was so proud of that. And then we had, I did some more on the Pen Pal project. Liam wrote his first letter to his newest pen pal, Jasper. And then also this day, we went to our pen club meeting and I got some goodies. So kind of another addition to my birthday haul. Pictured here is a Schaefer Targa pen. I'm going to do a little haul video featuring these items so that you guys can see what I got. And then I can show you guys also my Pelikan in person or in video or whatever, because sometimes the pictures just don't do it justice. But in this, featured is a Schaefer Targa pen. And then there's a wooden block that made of, it was handcrafted out of cherry wood by one of our members, and I got that for $5 or whatever, and that just holds, you can hold pens in that one. And then I got some of the Diamine Shimmertastic inks, and then the guy that we got the ink from, he threw in this little Clairefontaine notebook for good measure. So that is January 1st through January 15th. I hope you guys enjoyed this Hobonichi flip through. I will be back probably about the beginning of February to do the second half of January. So you guys have a great day, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and do that. You'll be notified when I upload new material. Leave a comment, tell me what you think. Go ahead and hit the like button, and we'll talk to you guys all later. You guys have a great day. Bye, guys.